Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading for July. Well, the end of July. Um, so my apologies that I'm this late with your reading. You Aries and Gemini did not get a July reading yet. So I was kind of doubting, like, should I still put something out or should I just move on to the August readings? But I, I woke up this morning and I felt really guided to, like, no, let's just channel some messages. Let's see what comes through. Energy is always fluid, so this actually could more, integrate. Maybe it's more June, July, August. It might be a little bit of a combination. So whatever comes through will come through. After, July was quite a big month energetically. Of course, also because the North Node shifted the sign. Wow, can I speak? Shifted signs. Went from North Node Taurus into Aries. So you guys are officially off duty, okay? But now a whole different level of work kind of just comes in, sort of, slowly but surely starts to come up more and more. And when I ring the bell for you guys, it was very low tone that came through. It's almost like you guys are really taking into a space of deep healing, deep thinking and feeling and everything, kind of sort of from the subconscious, and it comes through the outside source. So there might be something that you maybe not be sleeping right, or maybe that's really busy, like something at work. Like, it really kind of sort of lowers your energy levels in a more of like a physical sense, like maybe your physical body. When we are in that state, often a couple of walls come down and certain things can boil up to the surface. Like, sometimes when we're really overly exhausted, certain things that maybe wouldn't affect us so deeply on an emotional level, actually, we find ourselves just kind of overwhelmed by emotional feelings, because certain, like I said, certain walls are quite low. And the work that comes there, often the release that happens there, is actually really important at the same time. So I'm sensing with this North Node moving into your 12th house and the South Node into your 6th, it's like you will start seeing the world around you sort of taking on forms where it pushes you in some way, or it invites you more, I think, to do that deeper healing and to understand yourself on a deeper level, and to see, like, what is all these unresolved feelings and emotions, and to work through those. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in that every single day and that's the only thing that comes through, please, no. But I am sensing this urgency that you have something in your life where that just, it kind of just needs to happen in order for that thing to flow, in order for something to thrive, in order for you to thrive, to grow, to transform, to do that. And you understand it. You understand that, hey, this is a calling. This is time. This is divine timing. This is divinely orchestrated. And it feels like it doesn't necessarily feel as much pushed up on you as it feels like it makes sense. It's maybe this is the time. Maybe, maybe I am ready. And because there's a greater thing at play, sometimes, for example, when we become mothers or fathers and we get children, we get them in a sense of like it's a gift. But it's also one of the most challenging things you would have to go through, because you are developing as you go. You are in a mother, you're in a parent, and things are developing as you are, playing that role basically of a parent in whatever way, shape, or form. Sometimes we are just, what they say, monthlies, like you're a mom and an auntie in one. Sometimes it's through that role that we play, or whatever way, shape, or form. Sometimes we have a partner with children, and so a different form, a different life. It's not as so much like as an individual, you are part of a bigger picture. And so like I said, let's just keep it really basic. Like, for example, if you are a mother, you're becoming a parent in whatever shape or form, you are, when your energy levels are low, or when you are not feeling right, or when you have a lot of unresolved trauma, that the baby's gonna pick up on it, you know. And so there is a bigger reason why you would want to feel more grounded in your own body, in order to send out that energy to something in the physical world that is also would benefit from that. And so there's a bigger reason why to do it. For everybody it's different, you know. Some of you are entering a whole new relationship, like really beautiful connection, but you notice that some trauma from a different relationship or previous marriage is really affecting this beautiful connection on such a level where not you or the other person can fully, you know, enjoy it. And so there's another reason why something in your physical world shows up, where it gives you a grander reason why you would want to start doing the work, and why you would want to release. So that's something that I'm sensing that will be a theme these coming 18 months, you know. So it's definitely more highly activated during the eclipse seasons, of course, but overall I'm just sensing it's just a thing that is around, you know. Like, for example, if you are in college and you do an education, not only being at school is the only thing that's going on in your life. You know, it's different things. You still are either a daughter or a son, you have a brother or whatever. Like, you have birthdays and parties and boyfriends and girlfriends and whatever. Like, there's still a lot of more other things going on in your life. But that thing that's there, it's like your education, like that takes sort of a form. And I'm sensing it as well for you guys, like that deeper understanding, that healing, the King of Wands as well. It's like understanding what you're doing it for, and then you being very dedicated to it. Like, I'm sensing a lot of dedication to, like, no, I want to break through these cycles, or I want to feel different about this, I want to heal this, or I want to feel lighter, or I want to cope with things in a different way so it can benefit me and other people in my life. And because, you know, you feel like you deserve it. You deserve to see what's on the other side. How is life when I'm acting from, not from this trauma, or not from this thing, or not from this pain, but from this fear, but actually from excitement and motivation and love and just openness and just flowing with that energy and really being present in the moment. Because when we act from a place of fear, or feel like, you know, we have to hold on to something so tightly, and if we can just find the right thing to make it crack, like the right way to cope or whatever, like that's when we'll have that thing. If we're holding on so tightly, and I'm a Cancer, I know about that, you know, when we release and we let it flow, if it comes to us because we are attracting it, because it's meant for us, it just feels so much more fulfilling. And that's what I really want for you guys as well, Taurus. Like, you guys have gone through so much in life, and you've gone through so many different, and especially last years, like, it's just been such high highs but very, very low lows, and just kind of just trying to cope between those both really extremes almost. And so sometimes when we are in the extremes of life, and we have so many different things going on both sides of the scale, we don't even really remember, like, how it is to just flow in the middle, to just flow, to not feel like you've been lifted up or pointed down in such high extremes of emotions. And then we kind of feel when things are flowing, when things are streaming, and it's kind of just going, it's almost like, what's wrong, you know, what's coming next? I don't trust this, because this is not what my life is, you know. So really building a new connection with that flow, very, very beautiful. And I know, because I've just been through the cycle, Taurus. I just had this 12-6 energy going on in my chart, you know, in 2020. So I understand being open in that way. And I also understand the want to sort of first and foremost to just hold on, even though it doesn't even feel good anymore. You know, sometimes when we grab something, for example, we think we have it in our hands and we're kind of just trying to find the right way to like release it or whatever, put it into, and then we open, you know, we just going about life with this closed hand and all of that, and then we open up and it turns out it was never even really in our hands to begin with, you know. Or as a child, when you're trying to grab water and you like open up and it's like it's coming out. It's like you know, our perception of things isn't always in our highest good, but sometimes it kind of always comes from a place of protection. Even if it doesn't protect or serve, it still feels like that's your first instinct, that's your first thing to do. It's like, just hold on, or just close off, or just put up a wall, like protect. But at the same time, it's like, actually, it's not keeping things out, it's keeping you in, you know. It's locking you in instead of keeping other things out. So we're doing a lot of bridge building. Overall, Taurus, we just had this new moon in Cancer a couple days ago. It's your third house, so there might be some you know, conversations happening with people that you might connect to in a form of siblings. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sibling, it could be like a niece or a nephew, or, you know, a friend you've had around for so long. You're like, at this point you're just family, and with that, that's it. It's just family, you know. It just is the people that know us, and, you know, to such an extent where they can really get on your nerves because they're speaking the truth, because they know you so well. So it's something that I'm sensing. It's like with the moon, it's almost like people have seen certain patterns, and the only person kind of that hasn't really seen it maybe was you. But with the moon, it's like it's the unknown. And I'm not sensing you are afraid of what you don't know. It's more like, what if the thing that I don't know is not as good as the thing that I have, and then I'm holding on to, that I'm taking a risk. And that sometimes is life, you know. Gotta take a shot, gotta take a risk. It's like having a relationship where you're not feeling like it's completely 100% in balance or fair and just, but you also don't know what you receive from, if you might move on, and what you first and foremost receive from singlehood, and if that is necessarily will serve you better, or what you receive from another connection. So sometimes we stick with the devil that we know, because at least we know what we get from it. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot, like, understanding that a couple of things are playing out in divine timing. Like, it's just divinely orchestrated over here. This is straight up divine timing. It's like the moon, the justice, the star, with the 3 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. It's like, do you trust me? Universe, do you trust me? And your sense of trust in the universe comes from reconnecting with your divine sense of self and with your purpose, and reconnecting with the part of like how it makes, what it makes you feel like how does it make you feel, instead of what does it bring me on the outside, what does it look like on the outside. It's like, what does it make you feel? Does it make you feel seen? Does it make you feel neglected? Does it make you feel like you have to move heaven and earth in order for it to function? Do you feel like it flows naturally? Do you feel like you want something that's just not in the cards for you? Do you feel like if you could just put in the work or put in the hours and time, you could like achieve it? I just feel like this thing that is meant, it's just meant to come in, will prove to you once again that whatever is for you will flow to you. You don't need to do anything for it. Obviously, take that with a grain of salt, because instantly I'm hearing like, what do you mean you don't have to do anything for it? Of course, you know, when you are in a connection, in whatever way, shape, form, business, friendship, romantic connection, both sides have to show up. There is some work, as a level of work involved, but to have a person treat you with respect and acknowledge your existence and really also invest in time and energy into that connection, that's just something that you shouldn't even work too hard for. Like, you show up with that and they should show up for that, and you shouldn't even have to work for them showing up, just with the bare minimum. So when you do find yourself in that position, it's the universe letting you know, like, listen, true neglect is not how you connect. It's not true neglect that will connect you to your person or to a person. You know, so I'm sensing that there is this side of you get what you want, but it doesn't feel like you expected it to feel, and that by itself gives you the feeling of defeat. You might have felt like, if I just get this, if I just get there, if this just happens, if I finally become this or finally have that, then that's when I would feel it. And now I have it and I love it, but it makes me feel like I'm still failing, or it makes me feel like I'm not, like it's not giving me the feeling that I thought it would give me. And for that, I feel in the dark. I feel like now I don't know what to do. And that by itself is actually something that will actually put you on the right pathway, because then you let go of forcing something to happen. Then you just allow it to sort of be as it is and seeing the truth. If you have that honest conversation with yourself, that is the beginning, that's the start. So if we have this idea of what something would make us feel, if we would just work hard against it, and then we get there and then we kind of feel not feeling it, instead of every step along the way you do something because it already makes you feel better, because it already makes you feel good. And so every step along the way, anywhere you go, you feel that sense of connection, you feel that sense of fulfillment, meaning that that's just for you, right? It will prevent you from spending time and energy into places where you feel like, if I then reach that point, that's when I will feel it. Because you will feel that way already every step along the way. That's the same thing with connections. It's like, yeah, it's not always sunshine and rainbows and butterflies, and it's cute when it happens. But how do you feel when shit hits the fan? How do you feel about connection? How are you coping with each other? How are you communicating with one another? Do you feel like you are on a team? Do you feel like, hey, it's a little off, but the communication is there, and it's like we can get through anything, because every step along the way, there's that respect, there's that cooperation, there's that working together, that's where that's a just, you know, overall feeling that you are a team and you feel seen and respected and valued every step along the way. You know, it's like when you are in a connection and one of the two loses his job and so becomes financially depending for a short period of time on the other person. Will that other person look at you, your worth and your value and who you are based on you having a job or not? No. If it's true, honest and authentic, and that person sees like, okay, it's just a situation, like we are a team, I got us, you know, I know you're out there looking for something, that's how you show up, respect for me, so you're not just easily will hang on to me and for me to fix everything, because that by itself will bring about this balance. But if you're in a down moment and you're trying to get back up, that person will help you lift you back up and not try to add more pressure for you to stand up. And when you see it in those moments, when you're the one who needs that support, when you're the one who needs that help, if they dare to add weight to the situation instead of adding anything but support to get you back up, that's when you know you have the wrong partner in your, life. And it's through those trials and tribulations in life where we get to see the real faces of the people around. It's very easy to feel loved and admired and appreciated when you're doing well, when all is well. What is it when you're the one who needs a hand? First and foremost, you hardly even accepting yourself in a situation. So when another person shows and reflects that back to you, is that then the right person? It can only be the right person. If everything is right all the time, then only then you will feel that teamwork. And so it's a very honest and raw conversation about a cycle that you want to break through, because you want to feel that no matter what. And it's not only about a connection in your life, definitely not. It's also about the connection you have for yourself. Who are you in your own life? How do you support you? Do you show up in your life with kindness, compassion, grace, respect, vulnerable? Do you, force yourself, push yourself, neglect yourself, disrespect yourself when you're just not there yet? You are on the way, but you're just not there yet. And so unless you're there, or have this, or are that, or can be this, or can't be that, or do this or do that, then only then you are, deserving of your own respect and kindness and patience and grace. And it's those inner conversations that are very important to us. And that's something I'm sensing, because you really are growing. You really are growing. Alright, let me get some angel message for you guys. Oh, okay. We'll just go with these two. Receive. Yep. Time for you to receive, Taurus. Light. Sometimes the universe puts you in such a position where you have nothing left to give, and then it's time for you to receive, and for you to learn to receive, and you to attract people that are in a space where they can give to you. They say, imagine yourself as being composed of energy and of light, because in reality that's precisely who you and what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how brilliant and how vibrant you truly are. Beautiful. Alright. Also came with a card of receive. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to gracefully receive. Just as with the ebb and the flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is a natural law and order in the universe. The natural flow. Right. Taurus, have a beautiful rest of July. I'll be back with the August readings. And yeah, I hope that there was something in here for you guys. I truly hope that. Also, I'm gonna start asking, I kind of stayed away from that, if you felt connected to the reading, please hit the like button, because apparently that's what we need to do these days, okay? Anyways, I would truly appreciate that. Energetically, I always feel you guys' presence, so thank you for that. And yeah, I'll be back soon. All right, I'm gonna sign out.